What is up, guys? JC here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's kind of windy today. It is Tuesday and we are doing hot laps today. Mercer Island hot laps, a long-standing Seattle tradition. It's kind of an unofficial race. It's really just a fast drop group ride around Mercer Island. It's kind of cool in that nobody organizes it. It's just totally unofficial. There's just a time and a place, and whoever shows up, shows up. So, funny story, I actually have not done hot laps in about 2 years. The last time I did hot laps was in 2023. I didn't do it a single time last year, but 2023 was when I was brand new to racing and training, and I'd been riding my bike a little bit, but really nothing serious. And every single time that I had tried hot laps, I would just get dropped. I would just get spat out the back. And it was just this thing where I would kind of bang my head against the wall, just always trying to figure out how I could stay with the group. Obviously, it was more than just tactics. My power numbers were just really non-existent back then. But so this is kind of going to be a test of how much I've progressed in the past 2 years. So I'm really excited to see that. And I'm going to confidently say that I will not get dropped. So yeah, stick around and hope you guys enjoy.
All right, so first off, I just want to give a massive shout out to Aaron Halfiger. I was running a little bit late, so he ended up towing me to the start of hot laps, and I got there right on time. But it was just so coincidental because I was kind of reflecting upon my progress since I started cycling in 2023. Actually, it was largely thanks to Aaron, because back then when I first joined Apex, he was on the team, and he was just hugely helpful and positive and welcoming, and really helped me get into the sport and gain a lot of training and knowledge. It's just so funny because just as I was reflecting upon that, I bump into him, and then he himself noticed just how much progress I made since we first started riding together back in 2023. And he said some really kind words about all the progress that I've made. Massive shout out to Aaron. Really appreciate it, buddy. So yeah, on to the video. As you can see, we did end up getting there right on time, a little bit late. I would not even have made it on time if not for Aaron. But as you can see here, the group was completely massive. I mean, there were at least 50 people. I kind of scrubbed through the footage and did a quick count, and yeah, at least 50 people. And I was literally starting dead last, right at the back of the pack. So unfortunately, during the first 15 minutes or so, I was literally just trying to move up. Mostly used the short uphills to move up a little bit. And I'm actually really happy because I did end up finding the front of the race eventually. So yeah, I'm trying to move up here and there, trying to find opportunities and gaps. But it was really hard. I think the start has a bunch of hills, so the average power felt really high. I found a nice little gap here that just kind of opened up, so I just slot right in there, don't mind if I do. And I find my teammate here, Grant, in the Apex kit. Get right behind him, but he kind of loses the wheel, unfortunately, so I have to close down a pretty large gap. Getting above 190 beats per minute here, it's getting pretty hard. Yeah, very surgy. Still trying to move up a little bit. I actually ended up setting my second best ever 10 and 20 minute power, which is insane because it basically was my best 20-minute power because my previous best was a test where it was nice and steady. This was everything but steady. So in terms of normalized power, this was definitely one of my best efforts ever. But things start to slow down a little bit, which means people start accelerating and attacking a little bit. I get caught a little bit off guard, but these Mercedes riders luckily come around me and I'm able to hop on this free train. They do a bunch of work for me. So yeah, they definitely kind of saved me here while I was on the limit. I'm not taking a pull, sorry. But yeah, we get brought up back. I think we're sort of near the front here, and people start surging again. There's a bit of an uphill. At this point, I still had some matches left, but oh my god, over 900 watts to close this down. Absolutely insane. This was probably, yeah, what really put me in the red. I think I wasn't quite ready to jump, so I just had to close a massive gap. I should have been more attentive and ready to jump and maybe gotten more draft. So things got pretty dicey at some point. It was actually pretty sketchy. I'm not sure where it was, but people were kind of passing over the left side, and there was a car incoming who was not very happy and honked their horn. And a guy on my left had to swerve right into me, and I was just so close to getting chopped. It was honestly terrifying. I think I have that footage right here. Yeah, here it is. So a car is coming, and there's a guy passing on my left. Oh my god, he literally swerves into me. Like, my wheel was just so close to getting chopped. Holy shit, that was terrifying. So I'm actually second wheel here. There's no one in front of him, and it has gotten a little bit easier. As you can see, my heart rate is down to 176. But I made a mistake here. I shouldn't have been so far up. I didn't realize where we are, but here is the kind of wall. It's a pretty short and steep hill. It looks like it kicks up to 8%. And I think I should have been further back to be able to get more of a lead in and more momentum and just get that hill. As you can see, I'm moving backwards on the hill. Didn't quite have the snap or the power to get over it really fast. Yeah, I'm basically on the limit again, just trying to hold on. My legs were really just dying at this point. Just have to close that small gap. I think I was really on the limit here, I remember, but oh my god, thankfully it eases up a little bit. Okay, so here is where things went south for me. I was already really on the limit from the Mercer wall, the kind of very short, steep hill. But we get into this very fast, twisty, turny section. And honestly, it was kind of interesting. I actually felt like I was not handling my bike very well. We're having to kind of rail these corners at 30 miles an hour. And I don't feel, for some reason, I'm not super comfortable riding in the drops. I tend to ride in the hoods a lot in the kind of aero position. But yeah, I felt like I just wasn't comfortable railing these corners super fast, and gaps start to open up in front of me. And yeah, I was just pretty much way too tired to close them down. So yeah, I think it's interesting because I have pretty much never felt that I was being held back by my bike handling skills. It's pretty much always been either just power or like race strategy. But yeah, I know these turns very well. I'm just not used to railing them at like 30 miles an hour. So yeah, I kind of lose contact with the group here. I'm moving backwards, people are passing me, and I just didn't have the snap anymore to just close down gaps and get in the draft. So I pretty much just pulled the plug. Here I'm just soft pedaling. So yeah, I kind of ate my words. I guess I did get dropped right over here technically. I mean, it kind of got blown apart. There's a bunch of riders behind me as well, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got exactly what I wanted. I mean, I set my best ever 10 to 20 minute powers, especially if you're looking at normalized. I actually also got a notification from intervals saying that my threshold heart rate has increased, because apparently I averaged 187 beats per minute for 20 minutes, which is just massive. I mean, it was just such a huge effort, but I was actually feeling okay. But yeah, I kind of wanted a little bit of a opener effort, because we're racing Pacific Raceways tomorrow. I didn't want to like bury myself too much. So yeah, I just ended up pulling the plug here, just slow rolling. And I didn't do the reverse lap because I wanted to save some legs for tomorrow. What's up, guys? So we just finished hot laps. Oh man, it was hard. It was so intense. Interestingly, I actually found that I wasn't held back by my fitness or my power, and it wasn't really drafting either. It was actually my handling that I felt was holding me back. So I was actually in a really good position. I started way in the back because I arrived kind of late. So the first 15 minutes, as you just saw, I was literally just trying to move up the entire time. And then I pretty much got to the front and I was doing fine. And then the massive kicker, I was actually like second wheel going into the kicker, which was a mistake. I realized I wasn't really focused. I didn't know it was coming up. So that ended up being a way larger effort than it needed to be for me. And I was kind of on the limit after that. But actually when we got to the twisty section, I was just not feeling comfortable like railing the corners as fast as everyone else. And I need to practice riding in the drops more, because I tend to just ride in the hoods and kind of in a tucked aerodynamic position. But to be like railing corners like that at 30 miles per hour, I need to be in the drops. So I was finding that I had to surge extremely hard out of every turn. I also don't have a front brake at the moment. I forgot to mention, kind of a crucial detail. So yeah, I wasn't feeling super comfortable in the pack, or a couple sketchy moments here and there. Yeah, I got a little bit sketched out, so I decided not to push it around the corners. And that's when it just got extremely hard and I started really moving backwards. And then I ended up just pulling the plug. But yeah, overall it was a ton of fun. I will be coming back. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.